So for this video, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I've been working on a little novel. It's more or less a spin-off of Tales from the Pizzaplex's Mechaphobia. Hopefully you guys will enjoy it just as much as I enjoyed writing it. Without further ado, here is my story. The grand reopening of Megaplex Waterworld. For Maria Calese, working at Roy's Fantasy Water Park is more than just a job. It's a dream come true. Recently rebranded by Fazbear Entertainment and tagged to the sprawling Mega Pizzaplex, the park boasts state-of-the-art mechatronics. Serpents that coil through glowing tanks, a towering sea dragon, and mermaids that perform in synchronized silence. Even the sea bunnies had their own exhibit. To a lifelong fan of the franchise, it feels like magic, but the deeper Maria goes into the tunnels, the filtration rooms, the tank behind the glass, the more she begins to notice what guests don't see. The exhibits feel too lifelike. The walls hum when no one is speaking, and a green-eyed woman seems to watch her every move, always smiling, always just out of reach. The longer Maria stays, the more the park begins to change, or maybe it's changing her. Chapter 1. Glitches in the Current. Golden eyes watch as the mop glides across the stone path in a zigzag motion. It leaves behind a wet trail that glistens under the sight's bright rays. For a moment, the light creates a rainbow illusion, drawing my attention and washing over me with a warm, calm feeling. I let my eyelids fall shut and take in a deep breath. When I open them up again, my gaze lands on the remaining puddle of what looks like regurgitated pizza. That's the third kid today to throw up after riding Foxy's island water slides. I glance up at the massive statue above me, and a grin slips across my face. Foxy stands at the edge of a large boat-shaped structure that houses the entrance to the slides, as well as the changing rooms and bathrooms. He's life-size, leaning over the ledge, one leg propped up, and his hook raised high in the sky. Chuckling, I slip into a daydream. As a kid, Foxy was always my favorite. Hell, he still is. Ever since those games came out in 2014, my childhood love for silly animatronics and the pizza place sparked right back up. I still can't believe there are real places now, pizzaplexes and even mega pizzaplexes. Clara and I used to joke that sometime someone would eventually try and reenact William Afton's actions. A tap on my shoulder jolts me out of my thoughts. I must have been spacing out for a few minutes, because when I turn, my boss Roy is standing there with one eyebrow raised. My boy Roy. Sorry. Did I interrupt a good daydream? He laughs heartily, then grins. Sorry, but Caden's held up with Chica's ferry boat, and that old squid you two fixed up into an octopus seems to be malfunctioning. Mind taking a look at the little guy? Him calling Octavia little made me chuckle. Sure thing, but boss, if that's little, I don't want to see your definition of big. I gave him a playful nudge and returned the mop to its bucket on the rolling cleaning station, then start heading towards Octavia's tank. As I walk away, I hear his voice echo after me. Make sure to be safe now. Thank you, Maria. That's me, Maria Calese. I started working here almost 2 months ago. From what I heard, it's been about 1.5 years since Freddy's Fantasy Waterworld shut down and Roy took over. Caden told me about what had happened with his old boss, Martin. He's a brave guy for staying here, but who am I to judge? I'm in the same boat. There's something about Freddy that just keeps pulling me back. Octavia's tank is in the second to last enclosure in the row, nestled between Zeus the sea dragon. I've never really trusted that one after hearing Caden's story. And Delilah the mermaid. I've heard she's getting a new roommate, a tank's mate soon, Lilith. Before Zeus's tank are Marco and Polo, our serpents. And before them, Sly, Hank, and Mac, the sharks. The first tank is used to house sea bunnies. After last year's incident, the park got a full upgrade. Better mechatronics, redesigned enclosures, and new safety protocols. Now the tanks are sealed with reinforced glass, and there's a separate path for workers to access their interiors safely. Honestly, it's a good change. Those mechatronics, they seem like they have a mind of their own. I've been lucky so far. In my month here, nothing's gone wrong. Fingers crossed. But just as I think that, my eyes meet Zeus's. His stare sends a chill down my spine and raises goosebumps along my arms. It's like he knows when he's being thought about. I quickly shift my focus back to Octavia's tank. Finally, I made it. I exhale. Octavia is curled up tightly in the corner of her tank, motionless. Her bright blue eyes are fixed on Zeus's tank. It's almost like fear? No, it can't be. She's just a robot. I roll the cleaning cart into Octavia's maintenance room and start suiting up. Double check the oxygen levels. I rub the dust off the reader. Almost full. That'll do. After slipping into my gear, I grab my mask and head through the access door into the tank's perimeter tunnel. I circle around to the elevator's chamber and drop down through the latch. Once inside, I press the button and the chamber lowers me into the tank. As water surrounds me, I see my mask and check my tools. The water around me glows faintly with reflected light from above. It's always been kind of mesmerizing. Swimming out, I glance back at the chamber as bubbles engulf it. It's made to push all of the water out of its interior and stay in a waiting position, ready to go. My gaze shifts to the corner of the tank. She's just a mechatronic. I remind myself again as I swim toward her. I don't know why I'm so afraid of her. Caden and I fixed her up together and everything. I've already had to work so closely with her. But something feels wrong. Off. Passing through the surface bed of the tank wasn't all that bad anymore since renovations were done. When Void took over, he and Fazbear Entertainment partnered up, hence why we were able to have such high technology here now. Everything here is brand new. Hell, the tanks self-clean themselves. Business has really picked up since then. Caden says he's never really thought Roy could get any more energetic and excited than what he was. But since the company pair-up, he's been on cloud 9. The thought of the current cleanliness in the park's attraction is cut off when I'm halted to a stop, just a few inches from Octavia. Her eyes still looked frightened. Her fear-stricken eyes were now looking directly up at me, despite my racing heart and trembling hands. My hand finds its way to my tool pouch on my hip. Not taking my sight off her, with some fumbling around at my side, I finally found it. Giving Octavia a nod, as if to tell her I'm going to start working on her, not like she could understand, my body slides up close and over her head. I glance back. Zeus is pacing near the side of his tank closest to Octavia's. His yellow eyes are locked on me. I shudder and force myself to focus. I reach Octavia and gently hover over her head, screwdriver in hand. Alright, here we go. I loosen the screws on her access plate. The moment I pop it open, her limbs flail uncontrollably. System reboot. I try to back off, but I'm too slow. Wham! One of her tentacles slam into me, launching me across the tank. I slam hard into the glass wall, and pain bursts through my skull. I try to scream, but only bubbles escape. As I drift past, I finally see clearly again. Zeus is now face to face with me. The only thing separating us, a layer of glass. Those electric daggers drilling into mine. His gnarly, massive teeth stretch into a sick, malicious grin. My frozen state was broken when my lungs began pleading for air. I scan the tank. There. My mask. It's floating mid-tank. Massive, sharp fangs clench together as Zeus's bust-sized, emerald mechanic-scaled body excitedly wiggles behind him. Blazing ember eyes lock onto me like headlights through murky water. Putting distance between Zeus and myself brings me closer to Octavia. After being flung across the tank, I hadn't seen where she had gone, but now, hidden away from Zeus, I can see her nestled in the corner by a rock cliff. The tank scenery had helped her stay out of sight, but wait, she was reset, yet my thoughts raced while my own orbs meet hers. Once again, her pink eyes radiated pure and immense distress. Her pale blue body constricted itself as close to the rock as possible. Her giant, long, lengthy appendages held her boulder-sized, bulbous head tightly, covering most of the entirety of her body. Her wide pink eyes peeked through two limbs, allowing her to see and gaze right into my soul. Or so it felt. With a tug on my lungs, I attempt to pick up my pace. The distance between me and my lifeline seemed to have only shortened by a few feet. My gaze halts as Zeus's tail booms against the tank again. Instincts kick in and I jerk my head back to find the source of the bang. And I was correct, it was Zeus. His gigantic metal tail winding up for another smack against the water's current, then another loud echoing bang. My heartbeat matching the pounding of his tail as my sights set back to the task at hand, surviving. My arms and legs burn, failing against the water's gravity. My vision flickers. I'm so close, just a few feet away. I can't stop now. Another loud bang echoes behind me. I don't dare to look back. My mind races. Murderous animatronics. Not just rumors after all. I can feel it. My lungs begin to flood with water. My body begins to shut down. I'm drowning. The mask glimmers just out of reach. I reach for it one last time. Then through my fading sight, I see a familiar baby blue hue. Octavia. She's swimming toward me. I can't move anymore, I just stare. She hooks the mask with one long sapphire limb. A smile flickers across my lips before one last thought crossed my fading mind. You're trying to help, aren't you? Everything then goes dark. End of chapter 1. Foggy memory. This is where the lore hunt for you readers begin. I will have subtle and cryptic links hidden throughout these chapters that will lead you to others. Maybe you can figure out who's behind everything before I can even get to tell the story. Or maybe you can figure out what the story's going to be all about. I'm interested to find out. Moving on. My eyes wouldn't open, but I could hear it. Click, 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 tap, tap, tap. The clanking of buttons on a keyboard. I tried to look, but my eyelids failed me. Why can't I see? Then a soft melodic voice began humming a little tune to herself. Sweet, syrupy, mechanical. The song stopped, but her voice continued. I hope you're ready for your new edition. Her words matched her typing. I realized she was speaking out loud as she wrote. See you shortly. N. And send. There, all done. New edition update. Click. I heard her shift around the room. But again, my eyes refused to obey. I still couldn't see her, but I could feel it. Her stare, like daggers through my skin, burning. Shh. Sleep sound, my dear, for tomorrow is a new day. Now, while I might not be the best reader in the world, I slightly think I have dyslexia. I really hope you guys enjoyed my story. I love writing, however the words don't come out right. If you did enjoy this, please stay tuned for chapter 2. I have chapters 1, 2, and 3 posted on Wattpad, and I plan on doing video recordings of all of them. If you like this little short story, please give me a like, maybe subscribe, and hey, give me some comments on how I can make it better or what you think about it. Until next time.